Thomas the tank engine was a little blue engine who always tried to be really useful. He and all his friends lived on the island of Sodor. Life on the island of Sodor was very peaceful and happy, but on this beautiful island where trains could talk, and the railroad was really reliable and right on time, trouble was brewing. Things were very busy on the island of Sodor. Top Hat was away on vacation, and all the engines were doing their best to be really useful. But Thomas the tank engine did not feel useful at all. James teased Thomas for bumping into the buffers. Gordon scolded Thomas for being late. They made Thomas feel unimportant.
Important is big.
Gordon told Thomas.
We are big engines. You are small.
Bossy sprockets, grumbled Thomas. I'll show them. Sir Topham Hatt, the railroad director, was going on vacation. Mr. Conductor, who traveled from place to place in a shower of gold dust, was coming to help him out. I have to go and meet Mr. Conductor, Thomas said. He's going to take care of us while Sir Topham Hatt is away.
I think we can take care of ourselves,
huffed Gordon. Whoosh! Suddenly, a big diesel raced past them.
Get out of my way, blue puffballs!
The diesel growled.
What was the...
asked Gordon nervously. That was a problem, Thomas said as the diesel screeched away. That's Diesel 10. Sir Topham Hatt sent him to help us steam engines. But Diesel 10 is behaving as though he hates us. I think he's a really scary engine.
Ha!
Grumbled Gordon.
Really useful engines like us have to be like little Thomas.
Thomas agreed, but he couldn't help feeling frightened. Little engines can do big things, Thomas said to himself, especially when they have nice blue paint like me. But just then, Harold the helicopter flew by. By making a cloud of dust, Thomas's nice blue paint got all dirty. Two nasty diesels made fun of Thomas.
Let's start laughing now,
they said, and they did. Meanwhile, Diesel 10 was planning to get rid of the steam engines once and for all. He wanted to run the railroad. That night, Diesel 10 sneaked up to the engine shed and threatened Mr. Conductor with his jagged claw.
Make the most of tonight, Twinkle Toes,
hissed Diesel 10.
because you won't like tomorrow.
Mr. Conductor had another problem too. I've suddenly lost all my sparkle, he sighed to Thomas. To get it back, I must find some more gold dust. Thomas and the other engines knew they had to help Mr. Conductor find the source of the gold dust.
While the boss, Sir Topham Hatt, is away, we cats will play.
Purred Diesel 10 to his pals. Splatter and Dodge gulped.
We're going to make life miserable for those steaming heaps of trash of wheels.
Diesel 10 continued.
This island doesn't need them. It needs diesels. There's no use for steam engines these days. They're history.
But what about Mr. Conductor?
Asked Splatter.
Isn't he gonna stop us?
Dodge asked.
Mr. Conductor needs his magic gold dust to keep an eye on us.
Snickered Diesel 10.
And I know he can't because he's just run out.
A door opened on Diesel 10's cab roof, and out came his huge metal claw.
I'll take care of all of them with this,
said Diesel 10. He lifted his claw high above them, but then it dropped and hit him on the head.
I don't think he
meant to do that.
Splatter and Dodge said to each other. Little did the Diesels know that Toby the tram engine had overheard their plans. Toby told the other engines. Then he followed the Diesels to see what they were going to do next. The Diesels were plotting to destroy the magic buffers that led to Mr. Conductor's magic railroad.
We don't know where the entrance to the magic railroad is, and we don't know which are the right buffers to destroy,
said Diesel 10 to Splatter and Dodge.
so we'll have to destroy all of them.
Toby knew that he had to do something to stop Diesel 10.
I've got this.
Thought Toby. Clang. Toby rang his bell as loud as he could.
It's the old teapot!
Shouted Diesel 10.
Smash him!
Diesel 10 tried to catch Toby with his claw, but he knocked over a pile of scrap right onto his own tracks. Diesel 10's path was blocked.
Boss, do you mean
Boss,
to do that?
did you mean to do that?
Asked Splatter and Dodge. Diesel 10 growled.
I always mean what I do.
Thomas was determined to prove that little engines could be really useful too. That night, Thomas was right on time doing his mail route. He even comforted Percy, who felt bad for being late. The next morning, Thomas saw Henry looking glum. "Morning, Henry," peeped Thomas. "What's the matter?"
I've got bullet.
Thomas offered to fetch some special coal for Henry.
Thank you, Tom.
Said Henry.
Special coal will make me feel much.
Thomas smiled and puffed away, feeling really useful indeed. Near a set of old buffers, Thomas set to work collecting the coal cars, but the last car was not coupled properly. Thomas didn't notice the coal car sliding quietly backward. He didn't notice it mysteriously disappearing through the old buffers. It wasn't until later that Thomas realized that the coal car was missing. "I was up near the buffers when the coal car disappeared," Thomas told Percy. Percy got very excited. "Maybe those buffers are the entrance to the magic railroad," he cried. The engines had heard the legend of the magic railroad and of the beautiful golden engine called Lady, who gave the railroad its magic power. Lady had disappeared long ago, and the magic railroad had disappeared with her. "Percy, you are clever," Thomas explained, and hurried away. Thomas steamed back to the old buffers. He knew that bringing Lady back would be really useful, but he was nervous too. "What if I go on the magic railroad and my wheels don't work?" thought Thomas. "What if it's dark?" But Thomas kept going. He reached the old buffers, and he passed right through. The magic railroad was dark and scary, but it was also beautiful. Thomas found the missing coal car. With the coal car coupled properly, he continued along the magic railroad. Thomas passed through another set of buffers and into a world he had never seen before. This was the other end of the magic railroad and the home of Lady the Golden Engine. Lady had not run in many years, but with the help of the special coal from the island of Sodor, she was soon steaming again. As Lady moved along, her lovely, happy face was revealed once more. The rails became clear and golden, and beautiful shavings fell from behind her. And gathered between the tracks, the magic railroad was coming back to life. Thomas followed Lady back through the buffers. With a roar, the two engines burst onto the island of Sodor. Diesel 10 was mad when he found out that Thomas had traveled the magic railroad to bring back Lady the Golden Engine. Lady was the source of the magic gold dust. She could help Mr. Conductor foil Diesel 10's plans. Diesel 10 chased Lady, but Thomas raced between them. All three of them headed towards a dangerous old viaduct. Lady crossed the old viaduct. Stones began to fall. When Thomas crossed the viaduct, more stones fell, and a big gap appeared in the tracks. Thomas jumped the gap just in time. But Diesel 10 couldn't stop, and he tumbled far below into a barge filled with sludge. Lady was safe, and there would always be plenty of gold dust.
You're a really useful engine.
Gordon told Thomas. Peep, peep, Thomas said, and puffed home into the sunset.
Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land